You know what I know? If you're watching this, you're the kind of person who, no matter what, you always have everyone's back. You're the person who, it doesn't matter how much money you have in your bank account, it doesn't matter if you're tired, it doesn't matter if you're stressed, you're always looking out. You're always looking out for people. You're always the one that people come to. Always. Every time. For anything. You know why? Because they know that if you say you're gonna do something, if they come to you for help, you're gonna help them. You're gonna figure it out. The peace, the security, the confidence that people have just by you being in their life. It's something that you as a person don't even realize how amazingly powerful your energy is. You have no idea. Like, I think sometimes you get a whiff of it and you're like, oh. But most of the time, you're so humble about it, you don't even understand the magnitude of what you do for people. That's why I want you to be selfish this year. I know that this is finding the right people. The people that I'm saying, that I just said that, and they immediately feel like, oh, but that's bad, that's wrong, no, I can't be so da-da-da. This is for you, listen to me. This is your year that you're going to be selfish. You're gonna be selfish. Because more often than not, when we hear the word selfish, we think bad things. I have come to a place in my life where things are neither good or bad. They're just things. They're right here, right in the middle. They're neutral. The people around you, your environment, society, everything has put this negative connotation on the word selfish. If you look up the word selfish in the dictionary, let's use the Oxford Dictionary. It literally says, adjective, of a person, action, or motive, lacking consideration for others, concerned chiefly with one's own personal profit or pleasure. Now, when you initially hear that, you think, oh, that's bad. No, you have to consider others. But here's the reason why I'm telling you and not everybody else to be selfish. Here's why I'm telling you this. Because you're the one that considers everyone 100% of the time. Yeah. Every time. It doesn't matter how you're feeling. It doesn't matter what they said, how they've been hurting you. Nothing. You are just naturally that person to consider people, to help people, to want to make life easier, joyful, calm, peaceful for people. But sometimes, more often than not, and I'm going to say we, because I'm one of these people. I'm not talking to you from a place of, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm that person. Oftentimes, we consider people more than we consider ourselves. And I think a few days ago, I saw a TikTok on here, and the girl said, why are you being considerate in an environment that doesn't consider you? So, if you are 100% of the time considerate of other people, don't you think it's time you be selfish? Don't you think it's time that you lack some consideration for others? Don't you think so? And I don't care who doesn't want to agree with me. This video is not for you. It's totally fine. But the person who this is hitting, you know what I'm talking about. You know that you've spent your entire life thinking about how your actions, your decisions, the words you say, the things you do, literally on a day-to-day basis, the first thing you think about is how it's going to affect everybody else. You don't think about you first. And I know this. I am turning 40 this year. July 31st, I'm turning 40. And my 39th year, I have had such a profound shift. Such a profound shift in just the way I'm moving through life. And I've come to realize that the way I've been doing things, great, have no regrets, but it's time for change. When you're around people, environments, situations that literally, they know you to a T, that no matter what, you are going to consider them, their feelings, the situation before you even consider yourself. What do you think happens when you give that consideration to the wrong people? What do you think happens when you give that consideration blindly? What do you think happens when people with not so great motives recognize that that's how you are innately? What do you think happens? So this year, whenever you're watching this, I want you to start being selfish. I want you to take the negative connotation off of the word selfish and get to a place where selfish for you, because this meaning of it has a negative connotation because it's speaking to the people who don't consider people ever. You're not one of those people. So I want you to take the negative connotation off of it. And I'm not just going to leave you hanging. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. Here's how you're going to do it. Anytime someone asks you to do something and your first thought is, I don't want to do it, because you're not at the level yet where you can just say no and it just be that, no explanation, all I want you to do is say, let me think about it. Give me some time to think about it. That's it. Give me some time to think about it. A few things are going to happen. Either A, they're going to find somebody else to go do it. B, you're going to have space between you and them, time away from them to really think. And in that moment, I want you to sit down and ask yourself, do I really want to do this? And I want you to trust that inner voice when it says no, or mm-mm, or nope. Or if it says not really, or I'm kind of tired, whatever that first thing that comes up says, I want you to honor that. Because that is your inner voice telling you enough's enough. We are not masking anymore to make the rest of the world comfortable around us. Because they're not trying to make you comfortable. They actually have no idea most of the time what makes you comfortable, and they don't care. You will have a person ask you for your help, even in the midst of them knowing that you have 10, 20 million things already piled up on you, and some of those things are because of them, and they'll still ask you for more help. Because at the end of the day, they are being selfish, and they're okay with it. And most of the time, they don't consider you.